how to keep your meeting cyber secure on this edition of Convene TV, supported by Meetings and Conventions Calgary. Sony, Yahoo, the DNC, all victims of major data breaches.
Cybersecurity is a concern for everyone, but for business event strategists, your attendees can be ripe targets.
Today we're looking at some basic measures to help reduce your risk. And let's start with perhaps where most of the data exchange happens at your event. Where do you think that might be, Kim?
If it's on-site, I'd have to say registration.
Exactly. That's where I see a lot of data available, and a possible risk as well. When was the last time you noticed a lightly staffed registration area, or even an unmanned computer? That could be a weak point with a treasure trove of information that you don't want in the wrong hands.
Right. So some tips might be to make sure that your registration area is adequately monitored at all times. And make sure computers have locked screensavers with passwords.
Now, this leads to the second touch point to consider, passwords. I've been to events where the hotel or perhaps the venue's password is, well, password, or maybe the association's name and year. So easy for everyone to remember, but also incredibly vulnerable.
Exactly. Bottom line, create unique passwords for any official devices at your event and for attendee Wi-Fis. The Wi-Fi password doesn't have to be overly difficult, but you might want to consider using a random password generator to create something that isn't easy for an outsider to guess.
It's also about protecting your attendees from themselves. A big reason people become compromised is they simply leave their phone or their laptop unattended.
And I'm guilty of that. I know I've done it before, setting my phone down at a table while I'm networking at a reception or at an education session, and then I forget it.
I think we've probably all been there, so consider announcements at the end of a session to make sure attendees have all of their belongings, or send out push notifications in your app reminding people to keep tabs on their own items and to be on the lookout for unattended ones.
There are even more tips on cybersecurity and many other insights on the meetings industry at pcmaconvene.org, which is only available through Convene.
This is Convene TV, produced by CNTV and supported by Meetings and Conventions Calgary. I'm Ed Highland.
And I'm Kimberly Bottom. #StayCyberSecure. Until next time.